Thank you, Madam President. I wanted to share a story from a constituent of mine in West Des Moines. They've been contacting us on a pretty routine basis on this bill, so I feel like we need to hear from a few other people out there in the state that is this horrible problem has happened to. I'm going to read in her voice. My name is Kelly Denham. I lived in 2013, my husband Travis and I's then 16-year-old son TJ was a junior at Valley High School when doctors discovered a heart defect that required surgery. We were devastated to learn that during the heart surgery, mistakes were made and TJ sustained a traumatic brain injury which was very severe. After a long hospitalization of 8 months and another 11 months in a rehab center, TJ finally came home where his father and I took care of him for 3 years. Cognitively, TJ remained the same, but because of errors made by medical professionals, physically he was unable to talk, move his eyes, swallow, walk, sit, and had very limited use of his arms and hands. His left vocal cord and his right diaphragm were paralyzed. He had a tracheotomy, a G-tube, and was confined to a wheelchair. His arms twisted severely, sometimes almost causing discoloration of his shoulders and wrists. He was unable to eat food, drink, or clear his throat and lungs on his own. He depended on others to do these basic life-saving steps for him. He eventually communicated by finger spelling the sign language alphabet, but at times the severe twisting made it impossible for him to communicate. He was eventually trapped within a body that was broken. Before his surgery, TJ was a good student, very friendly, kind, and outgoing. He played the drums, loved paintball, and enjoyed hanging out with his friends. He wanted to be an engineer or join the military. He was active in his youth group and church. He was the youngest of 5 children and our only son. He was our family's pride and joy, and we could not have asked for a better son. In 2017, TJ was present when I came to the Capitol to oppose the very same legislation that lobbyists have reintroduced this year. TJ has since passed at the age of 21 from respiratory failure caused by the brain injury. TJ's hopes and dreams of a beautiful future were gone in the blink of an eye, and so were the hopes and dreams of those who loved him. We now have a hole in our hearts that will never go away, and we miss him terribly. Doctors are human and make mistakes, but life is priceless. No amount of money compensates for what we have lost, but forcing government-imposed limits on the value of life, even in court cases that involve gross negligence and death or life-altering injury, is immoral. It devalues the life of my son and countless other Iowans. What I find very disturbing about this entire bill is that we are standing up for insurance companies that have billions of dollars in reserve. Billions. This is not about preserving our system. This is not about that. This is about making rich insurance companies richer. This is not about standing up for Iowans, our constituents, people like TJ's family. This is not about that. This is about making rich companies richer. And I'm very sad about that. We should not be having this discussion in this way today. This should be about people first, overall people. Thank you, Madam President.